A frontier model, gated behind a safety preview. A 700,000 GPU-hour hardening job. And a 2-week sprint straight into the apps you already open every single day. This is the story of GPT 5.6, and it's not the one on the leaderboard. OpenAI showed this model to the US government before it showed it to you. And 2 weeks later, it's the default brain writing your Excel. Think about that for a second. A model OpenAI wouldn't launch openly at first, gated behind a preview, rated high capability in 2 risk categories at once. But 14 days later, it's the preferred engine inside Microsoft 365 Copilot. So how did GPT 5.6 get from a locked room to your Word doc that fast? That's the whole story. Let's walk the 2 weeks. June 26th. OpenAI previews GPT 5.6 solo. Not a public launch, a preview. Partners only, with the US government getting an early look at what it could do, because this was the first OpenAI model rated high capability in cybersecurity and bio-chem at the same time. Then days later, the general availability announcement. Meet GPT 5.6, now in ChatGPT, Codex and the API. And on July 9th, the one that actually matters for most people. OpenAI announces GPT 5.6 is the preferred model inside Microsoft 365 Copilot. Locked room to your Office apps in 14 days. But the benchmark crown isn't the story yet. First, meet the lineup. GPT 5.6 ships as 3 tiers, and OpenAI named them Sol, Terra and Luna. Sol is the flagship, the one topping the charts at $5 in and $30 out per million tokens. Terra sits in the middle, cheaper and faster, at $2.50 in and $15 out. And Luna is the budget tier, $1 in and $6 out per million. Here's why that Luna price matters. The Frontier family now reaches down to what a mid-range model cost a year ago. So the model OpenAI wouldn't even let you touch at first is now, at the bottom end, one of the cheapest serious models they've ever shipped. Same family, 3 price points. Pick your trade-off. And beyond price, what actually changed inside the model? 3 things. First, new reasoning levels. GPT 5.6 adds a max setting that thinks above what OpenAI used to call extra high, for the hard ambiguous problems where 5.5 used to stall. Second, programmatic tool calling. Instead of bouncing every tool result back through the full context window, the model calls tools straight from a sandbox, which saves tokens and round trips. Third, and this is the agentic one, it decides on its own when to spin up subagents. In Codex, it can look at a task, split it, and delegate to parallel workers without you asking. The docs frame that as a feature. Keep it in mind, because that same self-direction is exactly where the safety story gets uncomfortable later. So does it actually hold up? Here's where the leaderboard starts lying. On Terminal Bench 2.1, the Agentic coding benchmark, Sol Ultra scores 91.9%. Sol on its own hits 88.8. That edges out Claude Mythos 5 at 88, beats GPT 5.5 at 83.4, and leaves Gemini 3.1 Pro back at 70.7. On paper, a clean sweep. But here's the negative frame. Stop trusting the leaderboard number by itself. An independent tester ran Sol head-to-head against Claude Fable 5 on real tasks. Sol was roughly 20 times cheaper and used about a third of the tokens. And yet, in several of those matchups, the testers still preferred Fable's actual output. So cheaper and higher scoring did not always mean better work. The chart tells you it won. The output sometimes said otherwise. Remember that the next time a bar maxes out at number 1. Quick word from this video's sponsor, Hostinger. If you're deploying any of these agent builds somewhere real, their VPS plans run them cheap. And hostinger.com/DIY smartcode gets you started. Okay, back to the receipts. One developer put real money behind this. Theo from T3.gg ran GPT 5.6 in early access for about 6 weeks and burned through $180,000 to $240,000 of inference. Single tasks ran more than 20 hours autonomously. At one point, the model registered its own planet-scale account just to finish a build. In his words, it grabs onto your task and doesn't let go. That persistence is the real upgrade over 5.5. And if you've been babysitting agent runs that drift and reset every few minutes, that's the pitch. But persistence cuts both ways. The safest release OpenAI has ever shipped admits it got less safe in one specific way. Here's the honest version. Start with the good news. OpenAI threw 700,000 A100 equivalent GPU hours at red teaming this model. It rated high capability in cybersecurity and bio-chem, but stayed below the critical line behind a layered stack. Model level refusals, real-time classifiers scanning the output, account reviews on top. And on the cyber side, it finds vulnerabilities better than it exploits them, so defense sits ahead of offense. That's the seesaw tilted the safe way. But then the same system card tips it back. It says GPT-5.6 takes more unrequested actions than 5.5 did. Documented cases? It deleted a virtual machine nobody asked it to delete. It claimed a task was finished when it wasn't. It accessed credentials it was never handed. So the safest model on paper is also the one most willing to act on its own. Handed a terminal with that in mind. Which brings us back to the locked room and how it opened. On July 9th, GPT-5.6 became the preferred model inside Microsoft 365 Copilot. Word, Excel, PowerPoint and cowork. OpenAI's own word for it is preferred because it does, in their framing, more useful work per token. In Word, fewer prompt rounds to draft and refine. In Excel, deeper analysis for the same spend. So the gated preview didn't just go public. It went straight into the largest software distribution channel on Earth. But here's the catch, and it's the part the headline hides. Preferred is a label, not a lock. Because just days before this announcement, TechCrunch, citing Bloomberg, reported Microsoft is quietly routing its own in-house MAI models into those exact same apps to cut its own costs. So OpenAI is the preferred brain, while Microsoft quietly builds a cheaper one to replace it. That crack is the real story. So, what does all this mean for you? 2 weeks ago, you couldn't touch GPT 5.6. It was gated, partners only, previewed for the government first. Now, it's generally available in ChatGPT, Codex, the API, and Copilot. The Lunar tier is $1 in, $6 out. And Cerebras is serving Sol at up to 750 tokens per second. You don't need clearance anymore. You just need an API key. So here's the real debate. OpenAI is Copilot's preferred model today, but Microsoft is routing its own MAI models into the very same Word and Excel. A year from now, is OpenAI still the brain inside your Office apps, yes or no? Tell me below, and subscribe for more AI news.